Hello and welcome to today's Hatha Yoga for Strength and Vitality. Well, springtime is here. Feels more like summer where I live in Irvine, but it's beautiful, no complaints. Well, Passover is gone and the Nowruz is gone and Easter is coming. So this is the years in full flow, marching forward. And while we still have to stay away from crowds and gatherings, for the most part, we're so lucky to have this beautiful weather and have parks and beaches and hiking trails where we can be by ourselves or just with a friend and enjoy this beautiful time of spring. Let's begin with a breathing practice. We'll do a pranayama, an alternate nostril breath. And you can use just any finger, thumb and forefinger, or you can do the hand mudra. Proper hand mudra is forefinger, middle finger towards the palm, and then the palm towards the face. And you close with thumb and with ring finger and pinky. That's it, with a straight spine, making the hand mudra just using thumb and any finger you like. Closing the right nostril with a thumb, inhaling to the left, and closing the left. Exhaling right, inhaling right, closing right and exhaling left. That's one round, beginning and ending on the left side. Just keep going for a couple of minutes. Try to make your inhalations and exhalations long and slow, but always comfortable. Stay in your comfort zone. Ideally, the eyes are closed to minimize the distractions. Finishing with an exhalation when you get to the left. Then lower your hand, pausing with your eyes closed for a moment. And I hope you will notice, just by doing a breathing practice of pranayama for a couple of minutes, you feel different. It usually has the power, pranayamas have the power to adjust the way we feel, make us feel more calm, more peaceful, more centered and focused as well. Let's begin with Yoga Mudra. Sitting with a straight spine, reaching around the back, clasping the hands behind your back. With the inhalation, gently arching back, looking up. With the exhalation, bending forward, lifting your arms behind you. Keeping your head down, lower your arms to the side, release your hands, and let the arms just fall where they might. Relaxing into that forward bend. Breathing deeply. And then ever so slowly rising up with your next inhalation. Sitting with a straight back, hands on your thighs, close your eyes and pause. For a side bend, bring your left hand down and your right arm out and up. Inhaling up, stretching straight up. And with the exhalation, soften that upper arm, arching above your head. Also soften the arm that is on the floor. Soften your elbow, allowing gravity to help you with a side stretch. Try to keep both sit bones on the mat, both knees down. And inhaling up, let's move on to the other side right away. Right hand down or right forearm down. Inhaling, opposite arm up, stretching up high. And then exhale, arching above your head. And releasing, inhaling up, pausing again, eyes closed. And let's start circling the torso, making Sufi circles, 3 to 5 times in each direction. And sitting still with a straight back, pausing again. And let's stand up. Standing in Tadasana, feet side by side, about hip width apart, lifting the toes up, fanning the toes out, and place them down. Feel the weight is evenly placed on all 4 corners of your feet. Cupping the belly and the lower back, we want to lift up the front, pushing down the lower back, adjusting the hips, and lifting the arms up, palms up, and bring the arms behind you an inch or 2. Notice the sternum is lifting, chest is lifting. We're getting taller. And slowly bring the arms down to the side where the pinkies touch, turn the palms in. The head sticks out, it usually does. 2 fingers gently pushing the chin back. Close your eyes, make a mental note of your pose. Tadasana, the mountain pose. Straight and strong like a mountain. From here, let's do 5 full yoga breaths. Inhaling through the nose. With the exhalation, slowly bending forward. With the inhalation coming up, rising up onto the toes, gazing at a focal point into a V, and exhaling down, timing your movement with your breath. And let's do one more. Bending forward, emptying your lungs, and filling them with fresh oxygen as you stretch up onto the toes, coming down onto the heels, arms to the side, back to Tadasana. For the half moon pose, you can bring your ankles closer together. Unless balance is an issue, then just keep the feet apart. Inhaling, arms up, left hand in front of the right, thumbs locked, stretching up on the toes, reaching up. Down onto your heels and sideways to your left. Keeping that upper arm and shoulder back. You can use your left hand to guide that arm back just a little more. Slowly inhaling up, then switch hands right away for the other side, back hand forward. Stretching up again as we inhale, exhaling, and bending sideways to your right. And releasing the pose with your inhalation, coming up, stretching up again on the toes, reaching up onto the heels, arms to the side, and pausing with eyes closed. Warming up for balance by placing one foot in front of the other, creating a straight line with both feet, hands out either in your peripheral vision or opposite hands on opposite shoulders. For all balance poses, the focal point is most important. So gazing at a focal point at eye level or above, could be a point on the wall, could be a straight line. Let's put the opposite foot forward. And releasing, feet side by side. Close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths. And we'll do the tree pose. Weight onto the left leg, bringing your right foot up where you can, lower leg, upper leg, or on top of your thigh. Let's begin with hands at the chest. Unless balance is challenging, then just keep your hands out. Gazing at your focal point. I am calm, I am poised, is the affirmation for the tree. Feel free to mentally repeat the affirmations. They're designed for you to stay in the pose, to keep other thoughts away. Be more centered, more balanced, and more calm. I am calm, I am poised. You want to grow your tree? Bring the arms out and up, inhaling up. As you stretch your arms up, pull your shoulders down a little bit, engaging the shoulder muscles. And you can bring your palms together above your head, if you like, or keep the arms parallel to each other. I am calm, I am poised. Out of the tree, lower your hands to the chest, pranam, centering position, and then slowly, with a controlled movement, lower your foot. Close your eyes again, breathing deeply. And then for the other side, eyes open, focal point, weight onto the right, bringing your left foot up, wherever you comfortably can. You can always keep the hands at the chest or move into the variation. Arms up, palms parallel to each other or palms together above your head. I am calm, I am poised. And slowly lower the hands, lowering your foot, pausing with eyes closed. And let's do the eagle pose. Weight onto the left again, bending that supporting leg a little bit, that it's easier to wrap the right leg around. Left arm on top of the right, elbows bent, palms touching. And then bring the elbows forward and up just a little bit to increase the stretch across the upper back and shoulders. The affirmation is in the center of life's storms. I stand serene. And untwisting the arms first, uncrossing your legs, Pausing with eyes closed, breathing deeply. You always can double inhale, double exhale too, to regulate your breath. On the other side, weight onto the right and wrapping your left foot around. Right arm on top of the left, elbows bent, palms touching, and moving the elbows forward and up. In the center of life storms, I stand serene. And to come out, uncrossing arms, uncrossing legs, pausing again with eyes closed. If you think of the words of some of the affirmations, they're really beautiful. Beautiful well wishes for ourselves. Let's do an ankle twist and bring your feet apart just a little bit more. Can hip width or a little closer together. With the inhalation, arms up parallel to the floor and arms parallel to each other. And twisting sideways to your left. Get to shift your focal point as you move. Try to keep the hips pointing forward and the upper body to the side for a nice twist. And slowly moving back to the center, shifting your focal point to the other side. And back to the center with the exhalation coming down onto the heels. With the inhalation, sweeping the arms up, palms facing up, stretching up onto the toes. And exhaling, slowly moving down. Like moving a ball of energy, inhaling up, stretching up tall, and exhaling down. And one more time. Back to Tadasana, eyes closed, pausing. Let's do a couple of rounds of salutation to the sun. The sun's been so generous to us these past few days, so let's do a salutation to the sun. From the front of your mat, having the hands at the heart center at the chest. With the inhalation, reaching out and arching back. With the exhalation, bring the arms out to the side like a swan dive. And leading with the chest, bending forward. With the inhalation, left foot back, big lunge, looking up. And right foot back to high plank. From high plank, with the exhalation, onto knees, chest, forehead. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling, curling the toes, lifting the hips up to a downward dog. Inhaling, left foot forward, a big lunge, looking up. And right foot forward, hips are up, head is down. With the inhalation, bring the arms out to the side. Again, inhaling up, palms together, arching back, and exhaling forward. Swan diving forward. Now right foot back, lunging, looking up. And left foot back to high plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead down. Inhaling, sweeping forward and up into cobra pose. Exhaling to downward dog. Inhaling, right foot forward, big step. Left foot forward, hips are up, head is down. Inhaling, arms out to the side. There's a soft bend in your knees as you come up. Arching back and palms to the chest. Double inhale, double exhale. Let's step the feet apart, nice and wide. We'll do extended side triangle pose. Lifting the arms up, palms are facing down. Bring your left foot out at an angle, out to the side, and reaching to the left. You want to lean your body and reach, and then lower your hand down wherever it lands. It could be at your shin, could be at your ankle, could be on your foot, could be on the floor, whatever you like to do. Opposite arm up and bring that arm back so that there's a little bit of a twist in your shoulder, looking up to the ceiling. Now lower that right hand to the mat, swivel the heel of the right foot up in the back, bending the left knee, and raising your left arm up, pointing up to the ceiling, looking up, past your outstretched hand. And lower the left hand, stepping your right foot forward, soft bend in the knees, palms together, rising up bone by bone, hands to the chest, pausing with eyes closed. And for the other side again, stepping your feet apart nice and wide, arms up, palms down, and now your right foot out at an angle, and reaching to the right. Leaning and reaching to the right, lower your hand, and lift the opposite arm up, looking up past your outstretched hand. And lower the left hand as well, bending your right knee, swivel the heel of the left foot up. So keeping your left hand by the instep of your right foot and lifting the opposite arm up, looking up. And slowly lower that right hand, stepping your left foot forward, soft bend in the knees, palms together, inhaling, rising up, palms to the chest, breathing deeply, eyes closed, and pause. Let's do Lord Nataraj. Weight onto the left leg, bringing your right foot up behind you, holding on with your right hand, and bring that knee back, that your bent knee is next to the straight knee. Opposite arm up, reaching up, inhaling, stretching up high, and with your exhalation, bending forward. Have your focal point, lifting that leg behind you, pushing the foot into your hand. And to come out, releasing, pulling the foot up behind you, stretching one more time, stretching that arm up by the ear. Palms together, double inhale, double exhale. Moving out to the other side, weight onto the right. Bending your left knee, holding onto your left foot, bring that knee back. Right arm reaches up, stretching up as you pull the foot in behind you. Inhale, stretching, and exhale, tilting forward, lifting that leg behind you. Gazing at your focal point. And slowly releasing, stretching up one more time. Palms to the chest, double inhale, double exhale. Separating the feet again for regular triangle pose. Arms up, palms forward, inhaling, arching back. With the exhalation, bending forward, left hand to left foot or leg, then centering your head in between your feet, lifting your right arm up, palm forward, looking up past your outstretched hand. And try to soften the knees. Relax the knees, relax the thighs. The affirmation is touching the ground. I aspire heavenward. For variation, bring your left hand on the floor in the center in between your feet, about a foot or half a foot forward. Straighten both arms and looking up again. On to the other side, right hand down to your leg or foot, and left arm up, looking up. And bring the right hand in the center in between your feet, half foot forward. Arms are straight, gazing up past your outstretched hand. And let's take this into a unicorn. So I'm twisting, clasping the hands behind you, lifting the arms up high, guiding your head down low. To come out, lower the arms onto your back, bring the hands to the waist. With your inhalation, rising up, gentle arch back, stepping your feet in, arms to the side, pausing with your eyes closed. For the chair pose, you can have your feet about hip width apart, or you can also keep your ankles and your knees together if you like. With the inhalation, coming up onto the toes as we lift the arms up. And with the exhalation, bending your knees, like sitting in a big, easy chair that's too far behind you. So you want to look down, make sure you can still see your feet. At least your toes. And lower an inch. And lower another inch. And then coming down to a squat. Holding onto the floor, sitting down. And lying down, lying on your back. You can hug your knees, roll from side to side. Massaging your back, massaging your spine. It always feels so good. Let's do threading the needle pose or figure 4 pose. Bring your right leg on top of your left. Reaching down with your right hand in between your legs, left hand on the outside, holding onto your knee. So a lot of times people hold on the shin right below the knee, which is not as much of a stretch. Bring your hands up to the kneecap and try to relax the shoulders down. And also making sure that knee that you're holding on is pointing straight up to the ceiling. If we roll over to the side a little bit, there's not much of a stretch either. Take at least 3 deep inhalations and exhalations, trying to melt the tension in your hip and in your glute away. Let's move on to the other side. Lower the right foot, bring your left ankle on top of the right thigh, everything on the other side. Deeply breathing. Try to melt the tension away. And releasing the pose, keeping the knees up and the knees bent. We'll do a happy baby pose. So keeping the knees bent and close to the torso, just lift the lower legs, holding on to the outside of your feet, separating the knees so that if they could be down by your side, touching the mat next to you, they would be in place, but that's a hard thing to do. I mean, I can do that. And either holding the pose in stillness, stretching the tailbone and the shoulders down, or you can also be more playful and gently roll from side to side, massaging your back. Let's release the hold on your feet and straighten your legs. We'll prepare for some simple inversions. You can rotate feet and ankles a few times. Open and close your legs like scissors. Just having your body get used to being upside down, being inverted. Very beneficial for your health is to do an inversion once a day. A lot of yogis like to do that. And you don't have to be really advanced or acrobatic. If you just put your hips or your lower back on a little cushion so that the heart is a little higher than the head, inverting yourself just enough so that the heart is higher than the head, you get the benefits. And we'll do Viparita Karani, simple inversion by rocking the feet over the hip, supporting the hips with the hands, and lifting the legs straight up. For some people, that's quite challenging. So I always advise to sit really close to a wall, of empty wall. Get your sit bones really close to the wall and just walk your feet up that wall for a simple inversion. Either stay here or walk your hands up your back for a shoulder stand. Keeping the left leg up, lower the right leg down onto the floor. And lifting the right and lower the left. And lifting the left leg and lower both legs to a parallel plow. So you want to have your legs parallel to the floor. And if you can, outstretch the arms behind you, palms and forearms flat on the mat. Always be very careful when you do the inversions. Always stay within the limit of your comfort zone. Some days it's easy to invert, some days it's not as easy. Then we just don't go as far. If you like a full plow, you bring the toes down onto the floor above you. And point your closer, bending your knees by your ears. And straighten your legs again. If you like to do an advanced shoulder stand, this is your chance. You can clasp your hands behind your back or just push arms and forearms into the mat. You definitely want to have your arms really close together. Then using the strength of your core, lifting both legs simultaneously back up to a shoulder stand. And to come out, you can bridge out one leg at a time, counterbalance with the other with bent knees, or you can roll down bone by bone, keeping the knees up, setting the heels down, or the bridge pose right away, lifting the hips up. You want to have your knees about hip width apart. Oftentimes people have their legs too far apart, only hip width. Reaching down, clasping your hands, and bring the shoulder blades closer together, lifting the hips up high. For a strength variation, lifting your left leg up, leading with the heel, and then lower it halfway, 45 degrees. If you dorsiflex your foot with the outstretched leg, it's a little easier to hold the leg up because it engages more muscles. And lower the left and lifting the right. Lower it at a 45-degree angle. And lowering down. We're in position to do a fish pose, so releasing the clasped hands if they're clasped. Just have your hands next to each other, palms facing down, sitting on your hands. It all depends on your body shape. My arms are really long, so I can really sit on my hands. Maybe your arms are below your back, and that's okay too. Just try to bring them as close together as you can. And then arching the upper body onto your elbows. Legs are straight, and allowing your head to rest down onto the mat. There's a lot of weight on the elbows, not as much weight on the head. Now, if you want to do a strength variation here, you can lift the left leg 45 degrees. And lower, and lift the right. And lower, and then. Here's the challenge, lifting both. Staying in the fish, lifting the legs 45 degrees. And slowly releasing. Make sure all the weight's on the elbows before you lift your hip and let your back rest down. For a supine spinal twist, straighten your left leg, bending the right knee, and guide the right knee over to the left side, rolling all the way onto the hip that the knee touches the floor. For more advanced variation, you can straighten that leg, holding onto your big toe, mudra on your big toe, or holding onto your ankle, and bring the opposite arm across, looking over to your right. And bring that right arm across to the knee, guiding the knee to the center. Straighten your right leg and bend the left knee, everything on the other side. And slowly bring that arm up to the knee, guiding your knee to the center. And hugging both knees, you can roll from side to side a few times, so making circles with the knees, massaging your back. And then rolling from tailbone to the hip, back and forth a few times, until you come up to a seated position. And let's sit with the legs in front of us for posterior stretch. Actually, let's do a tabletop and moving in and out with the breath. There is a sequence of yoga poses called the 5 Tibetans. Those are 5 different yoga poses, and they're done either 3 times, 5 times, or even 10 times in a row. Only those 5 poses, and one of them we can do here. It starts from Dandasana, from the stick pose. So you have the hands next to your hips and have the fingers spread wide so that you have enough strength to carry your body on your wrist, on your hand. Feet are dorsiflexed, sitting in the stick pose. With the next inhalation, coming onto the heels, lifting the hips up, stretching the hips up high. And with the exhalation, sitting down, but you want to sit down in between your hands. So engaging the core to make sure that you sit down in between your hands. Let's do 4 more times with the breath. Inhaling up. And exhaling down, sitting in between your hands, slowly. And last one. Pausing with hands on the thighs, eyes closed. Let's warm up for our posterior stretch, keeping the right leg straight, bending the left leg, bringing the left foot to the right hip, bend knee on top of straight knee, and hands are on the mat instead of on your leg. Take a deep inhalation. With the exhalation, walking your hands forward. And then resting your chin or forehead on the upper knee if you can. Soften your elbows, allow gravity to help you in the stretch. With the next inhalation, sliding or walking your hands back up, pausing for a moment, sitting with a straight back. And let's move on to the other side. Left leg straight, right leg over. Dorsiflex the foot of the outstretched leg. Inhale. With the exhalation, walking or sliding your hands forward. Bending your elbows, letting your head, forehead or chin rest on your top knee. And with the next inhalation, releasing that forward bend, sitting up, straighten both legs, pausing for a moment. And we'll do a posterior stretch, inhaling arms up by the ears, stretching up high. And with the exhalation, bending at your hips, bending forward. Try to keep the back straight as long as comfortable. And you can hold on where you can reach easily. Could be your shins, could be your ankles, your feet, or your toes. Let's take another deep inhalation here. With the exhalation, folding forward. And slowly releasing the pose as you inhale, sliding back up, sitting with a straight back, hands on your thighs. Let's come up onto hands and knees for cat-cow, placing the wrists under the shoulders, your knees under the hips, and spreading the fingers nice and wide. With the exhalation, rounding your back like an angry cat, with the inhalation sagging down and looking up. And 4 more times with your rate of breath. Exhaling, rounding, inhaling, sagging down. And keeping the spine straight, bring your left knee to the forehead. And lifting your left leg behind you, looking up. And bending your elbows towards the back, forehead to the mat. Keep the forearms off the mat. Knee back to the forehead, onto the mat, and right knee to the forehead. Lifting your leg behind you, looking up, and forehead to the mat. And knee back to the forehead, onto the mat. 1 more time, cat-cow, rounding your spine like an angry cat. Sagging down, inhaling and looking up. And exhaling, sitting back on your heels. With the inhalation, sliding forward into cobra pose. So you want to move low on the mat into cobra. Place the hands under your shoulders, elbows are hugging your body, arching up. I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. Keeping the hips close to the mat, shoulders away from the ears. And looking over your left shoulder and back. And over your right shoulder and back. And looking forward, lowering halfway. Just keep the chest and the shoulders up. Reaching back, clasping your hands behind your back. And as you bring your palms together, lifting the arms up, rising up a little higher. You can also lift your legs. Gazing straight ahead. And slowly lowering down. Keep one cheek on the mat, relax your arms, relax your legs, pausing for a moment. And it's time to roll over onto your back and prepare for deep relaxation. Your body feels like you need another stretch or another twist here and there. Please do what you need to do to be comfortable. Deep relaxation is a conscious process of relaxing the body part by part. Try to keep your mind engaged in this process to gain all the benefits. And lying on your back, feet 10, 20, 25 inches apart and relaxed. Arms by your side, palms facing up. Just as you lie there, breathe deeply. You can begin with double inhale, double exhale, just kind of throw the breath out. Then with your mind's eye, watch your navel rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. Deep, slow, abdominal breathing. Let's begin deep relaxation by seeing, feeling, or imagining a soft white mist-like light entering your room, moving towards you and gently surrounding your beautiful physical body. This light lifts you up and it feels like you're floating on a cloud. Invite this light to enter the toes of your left foot, toe by toe. Feeling arch, heel, ankle, left lower leg, knee, thigh, and hip. Your left leg is completely relaxed. Now guide this light into the toes of your right foot, toe by toe. Into your arch, heel, ankle, right lower leg, knee, thigh, and hip. Both legs are completely relaxed. Now guide this healing light into your torso, entering your abdomen, your stomach, your chest. Allow it to move deeper inside, touching your internal organs with this healing light. Moving up, encircling your beautiful heart. And expanding out, filling your whole chest with this healing light. Now guide this light into your back, relaxing away tension from your lower back. Moving through the middle part, into your upper back, relaxing all tension away. Now guiding this light into the fingers of your left hand, one finger at a time. Into your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. Now guide it into your right hand, finger by finger. Into your wrist, right forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. This peaceful light moves into your neck and throat, like a wave flowing into your face. Relaxing your jaw, filling mouth and lips, entering your cheeks, your nose, entering your ears, touching your temples, moving into your eyes and into your forehead. This peaceful light moves inside your head, inside your brain, melting away thoughts and feelings. It leaves your body through your head, once more surrounding you, expanding out and filling your room with your peace. Expanding out and leaving your room. The peaceful light of consciousness moves through the city, over houses and trees, over oceans, mountains and continents, into space, to infinity, keeping you completely relaxed and completely in peace. Enjoy this peace. Enjoy. Oh. Gently preparing to guide your consciousness back, tracing it back over houses and trees, back into your physical form. Energy and vitality enters your head, fills your brain, moves down into your face, feel it behind your eyes. Down your neck and throat, into your shoulders, arms, hands and fingers. Vitalized energy and consciousness fills your torso from your chest, down into your stomach, all the way down to the hips, thighs, lower legs, feet and toes. Moving fingers and moving toes, wiggling fingers and wiggling toes. Let's bring the arms out and up, double inhale, stretching up, double exhale, relaxing down. And roll onto your favorite side. Maybe make a pillow with your elbow for your head to rest on. Just lie there for a moment. Perhaps think about a favorite affirmation for yourself or a well wish for yourself. I hope for, or I wish for, I pray for. And slowly rolling over and sitting up. Sitting cross-legged or any way you like to sit, doesn't have to be cross-legged. Let's rotate the shoulders with a little bit of tension, forward, up and back. And back up and forward. Stretching the left ear to the shoulder, extending the right side of the neck. And the right ear to the shoulder, extending the left side of the neck. And chin to the chest. Lifting the head, looking up to the ceiling, stretching the chin up. And then making circles for the face. Head and neck rotations, 3 or 5 times in each direction. Let's also do a medulla massage. Medulla is the energy center in the back of the neck. That little hollow spot right below the skull, using the 3 inner fingers of each hand. Just bring the fingers together in that area and massage a few times clockwise and a few times counterclockwise. Still early in the day, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening. You need a little bit more energy to enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. And let's bring the hands on the shoulders, lifting the elbows up, circling the shoulders again. And flexing the fingers down, just kind of flicking as if you have wet hands and you want to get water off your hands. Bring it out to the side and up to the ceiling. And let's twist to the left. Left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Twisting, looking over your left shoulder, looking back. And to the center and to the other side. And to the center. My friends, this was our class for today. Thank you for joining us. If you celebrate Easter, I wish you a happy Easter. If you don't, have a wonderful weekend. And I hope to be with you again next Wednesday at 4. Namaste.